reducing costs and increasing efficiency. So this is sort of a dual thing. I wrote a white paper pulling in a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of it's around workflow efficiencies, but they're, reducing costs and increasing efficiency are really kind of dual sides of the same coin. InfoTrends a couple years ago identified that about 81% of implants say this is their top direction. So a lot of implants want to use workflow more for customer satisfaction. They'll say the web to print isn't for me, it's for my customers, which I think is a really good viewpoint because you do want to make it easy for them. Everybody's used to buying from Amazon, but you also want it for your print center too, to eliminate some of what gets called island hops, or messages they get sort of stranded in a bottle where you have part of it's automated and then it gets stuck, and then it goes somewhere else and then it gets stuck. So this was an interesting statistic that I happened upon about finishing and the value that adds. That's a pretty big number, and a lot of finishing is not actually automated. And then the idea of just continually assessing, using workflow, like I've said before, reducing touches, increasing equipment utilization, and using software to manage the output. I think people don't necessarily think about utilizing the equipment more, and that's something that can happen if you're using something like maybe output management software. Then you can really tell whether or not you do need the piece of equipment. And then just so the stages of automation. This was what I was going to show you guys. So starting sort of at the basic level. And we're seeing this now in our own web to print business, where people might start out at a basic level where it's just taken in the order. They're not printing what we call print direct to printers. And people say, well, what the heck's that? That's something that's fairly unique to us. The next stage is where, with ticketing, the job goes directly to the printer without anybody touching it. So the first time it actually gets touched is when someone's taken it off the printer. Then from there, they might do things like barcode scanning, what we call one-click ticketing, we've actually TM'd the phrase autoflow kind of rules, and moving things from finishing or shipping. Then from there, they might start to get more automated, like Blue Valley that I mentioned before with their 80-some rules. They just keep adding and adding, and what I call going beyond web to print. You might then start to add modules. We have a couple customers here at the far end where they're adding modules or adding other software, doing things like balancing, optimizing everything that happens in the print shop. There's a school district in Texas her shop just keeps